Hey there, it's CJ Willie and I'm cracking a pack. Today is pack number 2 in my Magic the Gathering Rivals of Ixalan bundle bingo. Check out the preview video on my Rivals of Ixalan bundle. I've added the link to the preview video in the description below. As I crack the pack, my viewpoint will be from a very casual Magic the Gathering player perspective. It will not be the viewpoint of a Pro Tour or even Friday Night Magic grinder. It will be a kitchen table game of Magic, having fun with friends opinion. Let's take a look at the bingo card and see what we need to pull. One of the Elder Dinosaurs, Curious Obsession, Wayward Swordtooth, Path of Discovery, the Free Space, because everybody deserves a free space, Legion Lieutenant, Alenda or Twilight Prophet, one of the rare legendary enchantments, a foil rare or mythic rare. Alright, let's get to cracking pack number 2. Sun-Crested Pterodon, 5 mana, 4 and white, dinosaur at 2/5, has flying. Sun-Crested Pterodon has vigilance as long as you control another dinosaur. In limited, this was an okay card. In white, you more than likely were going to have another dinosaur. It was a good defensive creature with a 5-butt, making it difficult for your opponent to get through with damage, and having vigilance pretty much gave you 2 damage in the air almost every turn. Mist-Cloaked Herald, single blue mana, Merfolk Warrior at 1/1, Mist Cloaked Herald can't be blocked. On face value, this looks like a vanilla 1/1 blue creature, but there is plenty of ways to put auras on top of this, buff Merfolk, and eventually this made it into the popular Ceramos white-blue deck in Constructed. Goblin Trailblazer, 2 mana, 1 and a red. Goblin Pirate at 2/1. It has Menace, another creature on the face value that didn't seem to have a lot of impact, but in limited it was a very good creature. A 2/1 Menace on turn 2. There were plenty of good red enchantments, made this card almost unbeatable if you couldn't deal with it early in the game. Gilt Grove Stalker, 2 mana, 1 and a green, Merfolk Warrior at 2/1. Gilt Grove Stalker can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. This was an okay creature that early on in the game could get in for a couple of swings before bigger creatures hit the board. Aside from that, it was mainly filler. Voracious Vampire, 3 mana, 2 and a black, Vampire Knight at 2/2, has Menace. When Voracious Vampire enters the battlefield, target vampire you control gets +1/+1 and gains Menace until end of turn. In limited, it was an okay card. You definitely wanted to be playing it in the white-black vampires deck. Having it enter the battlefield later in the game was okay and allowed you to get a damage that your opponent thought they could block. Deadeye Rig Hauler, 4 mana, 3 and a blue, human pirate at 3/2, has Raid. When Deadeye Rig Hauler enters the battlefield, if you attacked with a creature this turn, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. This was a nice tempo card in blue, especially if you're playing a white-blue Flyers deck. You could attack up in the air. During your second main phase, drop Deadeye Rig Hauler and bounce one of their bigger creatures or set them back a turn. Mutiny, 1 red mana, sorcery, target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to another creature that player controls. Surprisingly, Mutiny was a good card in limited. There were plenty of creatures that had high power, low toughness. You could use Mutiny to take out a bigger, better creature your opponent had, or even sometimes take out their bomb. Waterknot, 3 mana, 1 and 2 blue, enchantment aura. Enchant creature, when Waterknot enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. A reprint of Claustrophobia with a different name. In blue and in limited, this is a card you needed so that you could shut down your opponent's bomb. Vraska Relic, 3 generic mana artifact. You can tap it to add a colors to your mana pool. You can tap it, sacrifice it, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Activate this ability only if you have the City's Blessing. This is one of the cards that has Ascend on it. Once you're able to have 10 permanents on your side of the board, you got the City's Blessing and it stayed with you the entire game. In this instance, you were able to sacrifice Vraska Relic, gain 3 life, and draw a card. Our first uncommon is Highland Lake. It's a land that enters the battlefield tapped. You can tap it to add blue or red to your mana pool. Allowed you to have some fixing, especially if you're playing a Pirates deck and you needed to splash a third color. The Pirates colors were blue, black, and red. One thing that I don't like is I do not like this type of land in my uncommon slot. This really should have been a common. Next uncommon is Imperial Ceratops, 5 mana, 4 and a white, dinosaur at 3/5. Has Enrage. Whenever Imperial Ceratops is dealt damage, you gain 2 life. I think this is one of the weaker cards when it came to having Enrage on a dinosaur. Gaining 2 life was okay. A 5 mana 3/5 that doesn't do much else was really a steep drop off to other dinosaur creatures that had Enrage. Final uncommon is Majestic Heliopterus, 4 mana, 3 and a white. It's a dinosaur at 2/2, has flying. Whenever Majestic Heliopterus attacks another target dinosaur you control, gains flying until end of turn. I don't mind that this is a 2/2 for 4. It's a flyer, so it has evasion. It's going to attack quite often, and it can grab one of your bigger dinos and throw it up into the air and allow you to get a lot of damage. Okay, will we get a great rare or mythic rare and be able to mark off a bingo square? We have Release to the Wind. 3 mana, 2 and a blue, instant. Exile target non-land permanent. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may cast it without paying its mana cost. This is definitely a card you do not want to play on your opponent's creature unless it happens to be a token. This is something you want to hold on to and protect your creature, whether that's your bomb or whether it's a water knot or some other important enchantment or artifact you have. You definitely want to have something that has an enter the battlefield ability. And then we have a Plains, and we have a City Blessing token. All right, my favorite card or best card out of the pack. I think this time around, I'm probably going to go with Majestic Heliopterus. It's definitely a card that your opponent had to answer. If you were able to build a white-red, white-green, or even a Naiad dinosaur deck, Majestic Heliopterus was going to be able to take one of your other dinosaurs, get it up into the air, and allow it to get through with damage. Having a 2-bet made it a little bit weaker because it could be taken out. Later on in the game when you had mana to protect it, it was definitely a card that could help you take over the game. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Take some time to tell me in the comment section what was your favorite card or the best card out of the pack. Until next time, when I'm back to crack pack number 3 from my Magic the Gathering Rivals of Ixalan bundle in Bundle Bingo.